Oh my goodness, it is a beautiful morning this morning. The only problem is I think it got really wet last night. And there's not an ounce of wind out here. It's kind of just waiting for the sun to dry stuff up. Hopefully we get a breeze here soon too. I didn't look at my fuel gauge before I left, but Brandon said we're under half a tank, so that's not gonna get us through the day. Perfect. This trailer is so slick. I open this door, I click this switch, it lowers it down. Okay, let's look how much fuel we have. It looks like we need fuel. And we could probably fill this thing up with gas too.
I hate the stupid chain they put on these covers. Makes it so complicated to get them off. Okay. Now while I'm up here, I'm gonna do a once over. See if I can see anything broken up here. Check for oil leaks and I don't see anything anywhere. I see soybean dust gathering on spots.
Very grateful for having technicians like this. Getting quick service like this is everything to us. It's everything to just about every farmer. But very grateful for all these guys willing to work hard and get this thing fixed. That's just awesome. Well, Justin's finally got the combine pretty much all put together for us here. And he's showing me his cool little torque wrench. That makes quick, easy work of everything.
Yeah, instead of having to use two men, it's a one-man operation now.
Thank you so much, Justin. He knew we wanted to get going. He got down here and he busted butt and got the final drive on this combine. They're going over to check the oil and the other two combines in the final drive just to make sure that they have oil in them and those don't go out as well. I'm getting hooked up and I'm gonna meet them down in the other field with this machine now. Goodbye, church field. Turn the blinkies off and shift down.
Well, the service guys are just pulling out now. They checked the oil in the final drives of these two combines that we're currently still working. And now that we have the three combines going again, I get to get back into one of the combines. Hey guys, it's my first day. I'm kind of nervous. Got any tips?
Just don't hit rock and look pretty.
Well, I can handle one of those things. Sadly, I aim straight for rock piles. There's a rock pile. I can do this. Do this. Just don't hit it. Almost. Okay, one rock pile avoided.
Now that Frank gets to join the other two combines, I gotta get the field punched in here. We almost got this one done last night, but not quite. I wanna see if it's syncing up. Oh, it is syncing up. Set track. So all three combines, I think you call it machine sync, I'm not sure. When one combine makes a track, it gets saved here and then it gets sent to all the other combines. So I just go to the track that was there from yesterday when I was in number one combine. I feel like Preston's maybe a bad name for that. We should rename it. We needed a good name for combine number one. So yeah, when I set that track yesterday, it got sent to this combine and now I'm on that. And every time I click auto steer, we're on the same lines and the field just gets taken apart very nicely. Oh, I really hope today is not gonna go like yesterday. I made it that far, started right there, and I've already got some sort of issue I gotta diagnose here. I must just be the professional at breaking stuff. I think something's just wedged in it, but we're gonna find out here. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use the reverser and try to back it off of it here once. Well, I'm not too sure what my problem was there. I backed it up, got everything off, and then went forward and it's spinning it. So I'm gonna try again. Maybe it's just a little tough, I don't know. I have had it before where I've had something wedged up underneath the canvas so it won't spin. Yeah, it might just be tough this morning. I see Cameron over there, he's barely moving. Okay, so this field, more of a perspective of how hailed out this field got. So right there's my combine in the field. Now, this isn't mulched down to the ground, but here's the neighbor's corn right next to it. And it got pretty shredded. So you can about imagine what that would do to some ripe beans. Oh, you hate to see it. And when you look on the ground here, they're just all over on the floor. I mean, look at that. Gotta get back to work. Yeah, I'm not too sure what's going on here, but my header's dancing for me, I guess. That's not normal. I guess it's working now. It just must have bumped the sensor wrong or something. Mason came up here with the pickup. He's gonna help us move to new fields, be our pilot, since we have our headers on the front still. This is a neat thing that I never got to do before. Power folding. I love it's necessary to do while driving down the road, but it makes me feel cooler. Cameron, we cannot be leaving streaks like this in the field. Do you really want the neighbors to see that? Cleaning up my brother's mess again. He's a horrible farmer. This field has a lot of sloughs in it. You feel like you almost get nothing done because all you do is turn around. Like I gotta turn around here and then I go for like 200 yards and then I gotta turn around again and then they gotta go to the other side of that slough and take a field there and turn around again. It's a big mess, but it's right by the farm and it's always nice combining right next to the farm. And plus, usually the soil around the farm is pretty good and it usually raises a pretty good crop. It's some heavy stuff. And it did raise a good crop, minus the hailstorm we just got. He's getting pretty full over there, where trucks are starting to run behind. Brian went home to grab our third truck real quick so he can get some weight off of that. I mean, it can support it no problem, but you would rather not drive around with a full load of soybeans if you didn't have to. Typically this is where Mom would now take over Cameron's combine and go combine, but I think she's busy today doing something. I'm not sure. We still got 2 machines going, and for our farm, that's really all we need.
Combines have officially caught up to trucks, and I gotta move over to a truck. So I'm gonna get this started, and go show my combine off. So Mason came down and picked up Brandon, and then Brandon ran back to the farm, which is just over there, to get our third truck, the red one, because our grain cart currently has a full semi-load sitting inside that. This blue one is full, and our gray one just got to the elevator. So one of the main reasons that we went with these bigger horsepower 565, 2050 torque semis, we have a lot of big hills where we farm. You just don't feel safe going that slow, going up a hill with a big load if someone comes flying over it from the other direction.
Oh, it looks like we got a 5-course meal today. Nice, thank you. Just tacos, Mason says. I think this'll do.
I'm getting back in the combine. We have this truck empty. We have Dad's truck empty once he gets back. We have the grain cart that can hold basically 2 full truckloads. We don't want to run in the dark because 1, you can't see as good, and 2, it's just gonna get tough and it doesn't pay to run in the dark this early in the season. We have enough storage to be able to run the rest of our daylight we have left. I love having cooks making us food for in the fields. That looks so good. Thanks, Mason and Mom.
Okay, this morning, you know how my draper stopped and I was having issues with it? I think I know what my issue is. Yup, I think that'll do it. My drapers are not tensioned properly. And it's starting to get tough already. And that draper keeps stopping on me. There we go.
Me and Preston are having an intense light game going on here. Brandon and JT, they tapped out a while ago. Me and Preston are still going strong. Aha! I win! Turn these things on. Oh, wow. This thing has bright lights. Trying to get the grain cart unloaded in the truck so it's ready to go in the morning. JD just said over the 2-way that something's not working, so I'm gonna go see. Turn it off.
There we go. JT had a bit of a oopsie with the grain cart. What I'm thinking happened, had the gate bumped open when we dumped in one time and it filled the bottom auger up and he plugged it a little bit. But we finished this field down here, at least the hilltops where it was dry. So what you're saying is for once I did not break it.
No, it's still your fault.
It wasn't my fault.